let's go. Okay, do we want to start with our meeting?
Yeah. So let's share the. Let me share the screen. Let's start. Oh, we only have one agenda about next release. Yeah, I'm fine with I'm fine. Just as we discussed before in the dev list, we will have a monthly release schedule so that our users can use the latest version, right? So I'm fine with it's already 1 month from our last release, so I'm fine with this release. Yeah.
Hi, Feng Hao.
Yeah, I want to do like a thumbs up, but I couldn't find it. Oh, here it is. I think it's nice to have like a monthly release schedule. There's no such thing as releasing too often, right?
By the way, do we have some blocking issue that we need to take attention?
Blocking.
Yeah, we can just release it and don't need to take care about. Is there
there are several pull requests under review, and I think it would be nice to include them. For example, the psychological test framework. There are several pull requests. For example, we almost finished all the catalog loaders, and there are several cool pull requests like the psychological logic test framework.
Okay, cool. Could you add those PRs in our tracking issue so that I can check them and maybe help review to get them merged?
Yeah, I will add them later. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Alex. You are muted.
Sorry about that. For Iceberg core, do we release that on the same cadence as the rest of the Rust library, or is our goal to release that at a different cadence?
Yeah, they are released at the same time.
Okay.
Hi, Sean.
Hey guys, I kind of want to bring up the old discussion about the file I/O. So I think I saw there's a thread talking about making file I/O a trait. I just want to have a quick follow up on that. Say what's the current status? How do we have a consensus? Or do we have a preferred solution? Or if we are still at brainstorming session, I'm also interested to hear your guys' thoughts.
Yeah, I think I didn't review that discussion for a long time, and our last consensus about that is that we will build a Iceberg file I/O trait, and we can have two different crates like file I/O OpenDAO and file I/O object store. And the users can also bring up their own file I/O, and at the same time, OpenDAO has implemented the native object store integration. So users can use object store as part of OpenDAO. It will be released in our next release of OpenDAO. by the way, I think those things are separate, so we can still build our own file tree.
I think we will have just like what we do with catalog, right? We have a core catalog trait, a catalog loader trait in the core Iceberg crate, and we will have separate and the we will do similar things to file IO, so that file IO will be extensible, and we'll have some the community will maintain some predefined file like the OpenDAL object store or object store file, and the customers are also advanced users can also bring their own implementation of this trait. Yeah, that will be our final goal. But currently, we don't have much resource. I myself, I can help to review the design and for request, but I myself don't have much bandwidth to implement to do the actual implementation. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all fine. I think if it's, I can take a step at the design, but I still have many confusions around multiple levels. So I guess I actually have some questions. I hope you guys can maybe help me answer. So basically, first question is following that thread, I saw there are different discussions on the level of the abstraction there. Basically, you can one, we can make file IO a trait, or we can make the underlying storage a trait. I was wondering, do you guys have any more thoughts on that? Like, which one is better, or should we actually do both?
Sorry, one's file and the other one is I didn't quite clear.
Making the storage, like I think currently there is a inner for file IO. I saw someone raised the point mentioning that we should have a new tree for storage layer instead of, because I think Benjay also you have some concerns on making file a tree because that will make it not non-object safe. So there was some other guy mentioning that we should make the underlying storage a tree instead of file IO. So I want to hear more thoughts on that.
I got it. So I think we should have a storage tree and we wrap them at file IO, and we just export file IO as the drag to our users instead of a trade object. But anyways, we can go to the GitHub for a get proposal.
Sounds good. And also, based on my understanding, it being different from Java in Iceberg Rust, I don't think, even if we make file or a trait, I don't think we'll be able to compare it through a configuration. Is that right? And I think the best we can do is something like data fusion, that we register something on customized file IO through a context or something. So what's I assume we need a new file registry, or do you think we should just like register it in a table?
Single file should to support like register, so user can register their own storage to no, sorry, maybe storage loader to file IO, and the file can just create different storage based on users input URL. But anyway, the naming things should be complex, and we can go through the purpose instead.
Yeah, sounds good. I try to take a step at this next week. Hopefully we'll have a design doc at least. So yeah, I really appreciate more feedbacks.
Mhm. Okay, do we have other items?
Actually, I have another thing I want to discuss. So I have this PR up for it's basically a monster PR, a dinosaur PR that has been super large. Just sending in the chat. Basically, I'm trying to introduce a rewrite file section, transaction support to Iceberg Rust. But I found there are a lot of missing gaps here. I'm just trying to understand because I don't think it's a best practice just merge this like monster PR. So I want to break it down, but I'm not sure like what's the correct process to do so. Like how do we actually modularize it and to what's the atomic parts that you think that's acceptable?
Sean, do you want to share your screen?
Actually, I don't think I can. There's some issue with my computer right now.
Okay. Let me. Which pull request? Let me share my screen and we can. Oh, I see.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let me try to. I was trying to share, but yeah.
Oh, it's fine. I haven't got a chance to review it yet. Hmm.
It's just because the PR itself is so huge. I think the best practice will be breaking this down to several smaller PRs.
Yeah.
Each smaller PR will have um, independent module, but it's just this PR is kind of the entire rewrite file section involves many different parts that we need to change. I just want to understand like what's the minimal parts that we can go forward with. Basically, the main concern I have right now is the validation support. Because like for validation support, like we have in Iceberg Java, there are so many different levels for validation support for different operations. You will have different kinds of validations. And so here in this draft PR, I only implemented it for rewrite files. So I was concerned that maybe if later we want to support other operation, we need to make some changes. Yeah. But it's basically not a super one-way door. It's actually like a kind of one-way door here if we want to like make validation support independent PR. Hope that makes sense.
Mm. To be honest, I'm not sure I can answer you for now because I haven't gone through the pull request for now. So I can give you a good answer about your question.
Okay. Yeah,
Maybe,
that's totally fine.
Mm,
Mhm. Yeah, I can answer the question now because I haven't read the PR for now.
Yeah. 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 I think maybe you're right. I think it may be better for us to just move the discussion to the PR review. I know there's a lot of in this PR. It's hard to just go over it in this meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably we can just use the PR review. Yeah. Thanks.
So, do we have other items to discuss?
There's one blocking issue for Iceberg. It's actually Micah Cornfield is going to work on that. So hopefully we'll get that in for the release. Do you know when you're going to start the release, Jean-Rob?
Yeah, I plan to start it maybe next week.
That should be enough time.
Okay, but I can wait for you a bit since if the PR for Arrow and like something related to Iceberg seems to be stalled for a long time. And so do you have a plan to get that merged? Maybe I can include that.
Yeah, let me link the issues.
And remember that we have a PR open, but not merged for a long time.
Yeah, I keep updating that one. That's a big one, and then testing it against, compiling it locally, and then testing against Iceberg.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is the big one.
Okay. Yeah, it's almost ready, or it's still need some big changes.
Yeah, so there's one issue still with the Apo reader, and I think once that has been fixed, I think it should be ready. So we're very close. Alex?
I think you brought up an interesting point. Are we tracking any of the asks that Iceberg has for Iceberg Rust anywhere?
We don't have like a central place. Sometimes I create like an issue. I create one to
Okay.
because I'm very I see bright future between Iceberg and Iceberg Rust. So
Yeah, same here. And I would love to begin to dive into some of the Iceberg Rust stuff at some point.
yeah, I think for example, once we get like we have like basic v3 supported by Iceberg, but for example, things like carrier type is missing. I think that would be like a very good way also to leverage Iceberg Rust more, because I don't see any way how we can do it in pure Python. It's also going to be awkward, I think, if we're going to do it with the Iceberg C++ of the PyArrow C++ bindings. So I think, yeah, leveraging Iceberg Rust there, I think is also a very good option.
Cool. Sounds great.
Okay, seems we have all items discussed. Okay, Sean.
Just have one more question. So is there any way for non-competitors to help with the release? Actually, I saw for Iceberg, even for non-committers, there's a way for non-committers to be a release manager. I think for Iceberg Rust, currently there's no way. Shenhua, you mentioned something in the channel saying that there are something that can only be done by computers.
Mm,
I wonder
no.
is there anything we can change about that, or we want to share some fun as a non-computer?
Okay, cool. I think it's not 100% that you can't be a release manager of Iceberg REST, but it can be complex. If you can't upload the release toolbar to our SVN. But I think it's fine if you want to be the release of our next release, and you can receive our in the.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I think I'd be traveling next week, so if I become the release manager, I'll be starting working on it later next week. Hope that timeline is fine. Other than that, I'm all for that.
I think also for Iceberg, being a release manager without committership is also not ideal. Well, I think also release manager is very much also like making sure that like there are no open bugs and just making sure that you push the community and these kind of things. Because you start like a release and there's like still some critical bug in there. Today I saw something with like nanosecond timestamp that was broken by Iceberg. Yeah, then you have to do like another RC. It would be good just to also as a release manager to keep like making sure that there are no like outstanding items before we actually got the release candidate.
Okay. Thank you all for attending this meeting. And I will upload the summary of this meeting and the record of this meeting to channel maybe tomorrow. So bye bye.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Good to see you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.